everyone. If you're just getting started with Etsy ads, or you've had them on for a while and you're tired of throwing money at clicks that don't convert, then this video is going to walk you through how to run smart, strategic Etsy ads. We'll focus on only promoting your top-selling listings using a small daily budget, and most importantly, how to analyze your results and stop wasting money on keywords that aren't working. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to set up your ads, track the data, and optimize your listings for better sales. So let's dive in. So the first thing we're going to do is head to your shop manager, scroll down to marketing, and then click on Etsy ads. Now Etsy will automatically choose to advertise all of your listings, but we're not going to do that. We're only going to promote listings that are already performing well or have strong potential. And that might seem a little backwards, but it actually works. So think bestsellers, the ones that get the 5-star reviews, the high views, or the ones that get a lot of favorites. If you're not sure which ones to choose, go to your shop stats, come all the way down, and here are your listings, the top listings for the last 30 days. Now you can sort this on how many views they got, how many favorites they got, but we want to look at how much revenue they got. So this sorts from the highest down to the lowest. So this will show you your top 5 or 6 listings, and these are the ones that you want to advertise. So once you know what they are, now go into your Etsy ads, and when you're turning on products, this is what they look like when they're not on. They have an X. Now what you would do is choose where those listings are that you just looked at, the ones that are your best sellers, and you would turn them on. As simple as that. So you'll see in here where my ones are advertised. Here they are. These are the ones that were on my stats page showing they had the highest earnings. So that's why these ones are turned on. Now when you're first setting up your budget, I recommend between $3 to $5 a day. It's enough to gather some useful data without overspending, and it gives Etsy time to test and learn what works on your listings while keeping your costs in check. And something to keep in mind is that you usually don't spend your entire daily budget. I have mine set at $5 a day, and the daily clicks usually only come to about $3 of that budget. So you would set your budget in here. Whatever amount you want, you just put in here and then update the budget. Now, here's the important thing. You must let your ads run for at least 2 weeks. You must give Etsy's algorithm time to do its thing. And don't obsess over it and check it every 5 minutes. This phase is all about data collection. So then after a couple of weeks, head back to your shop manager, look at your Etsy ads. We're going to look at clicks, impressions, ad spend, how many orders, and what revenue we got. So what you're looking for is, are clicks turning into orders? And if a listing is getting a lot of clicks but no sales, it's time to investigate why. So scroll down to where you can see your listings. These are the top 5, remember, that I'm advertising. Now have a look here. This is how much I've spent on this product in the last 30 days. This is the revenue it's brought in. And this number here, the ROAS, is your return on ad spent. You want this number to be above 1. And what this means is, on this particular listing, for every $1 I'm spending, I'm bringing back $1.93. For this one, I'm spending $1, but earning $3.81. $2.48 per every dollar. And I have this little one down the bottom here. It only has 1 sales, but it looks really good. An $8.93 return on $1 spent. So that's why these are all turned on. If at any time these drop below 1, that's when you need to start really looking and seeing, why is it not converting? And this is where the information is, in the detailed stats. Now what this shows you is the targeted keywords, and these are not your tags. These are keywords that buyers are putting into the Etsy search that brought them to your ad on Etsy. It is what Etsy deems relevant or irrelevant and what it shows to potential customers. So let's look at the keywords that Etsy thought were a good fit for my particular listing, and this listing is for a digital paper mock-up. So let's have a look. And I look in here every couple of weeks and do this. So first up, it's showing wrapping paper mock-up. Yeah, that would work. That would work too. It's just the same little gap in there. So these are good. Tissue paper mock-up, that would work. Now here you'll see I turned this one off. Thumbnail, I have no idea where it got that from. So that's off. I don't want anyone clicking on my ad because it's nothing to do with the thumbnail. These are all left on. I don't actually know what this templates for Etsy, Pinterest, Sky Blue. No, that's not really relevant. I'm turning that off. Again, these are keywords that Etsy deems relevant, and quite often they're not. So this particular one here, and even this one, sticker sheet mockup, it's not a sticker sheet. So if someone clicks on this and I end up spending 30 cents a click, that's money I've completely wasted, because the person looking for a sticker sheet mockup is not going to want to buy my wrapping paper mockup. It has nothing to do with what they're looking for. So this one goes off. And pen wrap mockup, no, again, this is not relevant. See, I wasted 17 cents on a click and it wasn't what someone was looking for. Turning that off. Party packs mockup, no, I don't think that's relevant either. Paper mockup, there you go. This one is relevant because if you remember, I'm selling something where someone can list all of their different types of digital paper that they sell. So that one is relevant. And mock-up digital paper, yes, that works. Mock-up here, I turned this one off. Now, yes, it is a mock-up, but that's way too generic. What if someone's looking for a bookmark mock-up or a cupcake topper mock-up or a planner mock-up? And Etsy's going to show my ad. It's not relevant. I don't want them clicking on because they're not my customer. I don't want to waste ad spend on something where they're looking for a completely different product. So that's why that one is off. Even though what I'm selling is a mock-up, it's just too generic. And here, lock-up mock-up, nope, it's not. Turning that off. Gift wrap mock-up, there you go, that one's perfect. That is relevant. Fabric mock-up works too, because people who are selling fabric can use my mock-up. Etsy templates, again, I've turned off because yes, it is an Etsy template, but again, unless someone's looking specifically for a template to sell their digital paper, they're not going to buy my product. So we just keep doing this. You look down all of them, and you'll see where I have turned them on and off. Digital product, that one actually should be off. And I'm actually not spending any money on these, but I'm going to turn them off anyway because I don't want to risk that someone's going to click on it. So digital paper mock-up, that works, digital paper. And anyway, what's die line template? I have no idea what that is. That one's going off. Coloring page mock-up, nope, it is not. Canva templates, again, yes, it's a Canva template, but that is way too generic. So I'm turning that off. Again, Canva template, Canva mock-up, turning them off. And that one I have spent money on. So you get the idea. You would go through every one of your listings. They all have it. Come back up here. And every listing has the detailed stats. And you go in them one by one and look at the targeted keywords that Etsy has deemed relevant to your product. And if it's not relevant, you turn it off. Now, the other side of this is, let's say we have a really good one that's converting well. Clip art mock-up on this particular product. Now I need to make sure, which obviously it is, but if you have a really good converting keyword in your ads, use that information, go back into your listing, not just the ones you're advertising, but all of your listings, and see if you can tweak your listing tags, descriptions, titles to include that keyword that Etsy's putting up for people to search on, because it's relevant to your listings. So not only are you looking at these to turn them off when they're irrelevant, but keep an eye on the ones that are very relevant and make sure those words are somewhere in your listings. And this is how you use the information that Etsy is giving you and use it on all of your listings, not just the ones that you're paying for. Now let's also look at, sometimes your keywords are really good. They're super relevant to your product, but you're still not getting sales. They may be clicking on it, but you're not converting. And this amount here, this click rate, that should be between 1 and 2%. So you can see mine are all within range. Basically, every 100 clicks you get, you should get 1 or 2 sales. So if you're in that range, you're doing okay. Now, what if you've got keywords that are really good? You're getting your click-through rate, but you're not getting sales. Now, this is where you have to look at your listing itself. The hard truth is that no amount of Etsy ad spend is going to help a bad or unclear listing. So it's time to troubleshoot your listings and look at them from the point of view of a potential customer and not a seller. So first, look at your images. Are they clear and high quality? Is it obvious what you're selling? Does your first photo stand out in search? Here's the other place that you look at. Does your listing have enough information on the features, the size, the colors, and anything the potential buyer may need to know about? And there is something else that's kind of a pain that Etsy are doing lately. They're hiding our descriptions. Like if I come back here and click on this one, do you see this? Learn more about this item. Now, quite often your customer's not going to see that. They're going to look at this picture and wonder, okay, is this something I have to print, or is this something they're going to mail to me? It's not clear. And it's probably in this description, instant download. But unless your buyer actually opened up that and looked at the additional information, they're not going to see that. So a really good idea on your listings to make things clear is to mention, there you go, fully editable template. Things that are in your description, add them to your listing images. There you go, how it works. You should always have one of these screens on your listings. So these are just different things that you can look at if your keywords are good, but your listing is not converting. So to recap on our ads, promote only your best 5 or 6 listings. Start with a small budget of $3 to $5 a day. Analyze your keyword data after about 2 weeks. Turn off poor performing keywords. Update your tags with the keywords that are proven to be driving actual sales. And improve your photos and descriptions on your listings if you have good keywords but you're not seeing the sales. So if this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more Etsy tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching and happy selling.